And after two hotly contested divisional matchups in the first two series of the evening, we turn our attention to the Orange Conference wild card race. Freestyle Friday shaping up to be a beaut on the MLD Network. I'm Curtis. That is Inanimate J. We turn our attention to the Bears and the Pirates. Bears currently holding serve in the wild card race at 21-19, 3 games ahead of those Pirates at 18-22. Pirates can turn the entire wild card chase on its head with a good series here.
They have the chance to drag the Bears back into the thick of that disgusting fight with all of the Volcanic Division teams, 3 of them that aren't in the division lead, all at 18-22, all of them just 1 game back of that playoff line in the wildcard spot. Chasing the Flames, sitting at 19-21 coming into this week. They will play Sunday. I think I have that one on the schedule. Have to double check that one, but there is so much at stake here. This either turns into a 6-way dogfight for the wildcard spots, or the Bears have a chance to put themselves in prime territory to coast into another playoff appearance.
Well, we're going to see which end of the spectrum they fall on. We're going to get these teams in here and start our third and final series on this Freestyle Friday. Give me some hype in chat, people. We got one more series for you, and hopefully it'll be as good as the other 2. Otherwise, it'll be a really anticlimactic ending, and nobody wants to see that. It is going to be, that is Ray School and Moose for the Pirates, Ravens Fan and Scruffy for the Bears, as we are about to get underway. Rocket League on your screen, 5 minutes on the clock, and we are just about ready to go for game number 1 in a crucial Orange Conference matchup. Underway we are. Scruffy's going to get the first opportunity. That's going to be top of the box. Coming in, Ravens Fan. That's going to be a challenge that sends it careening towards the sidewall. With 12 seconds gone, it's still scoreless as they go back and forth. Around the corner. Bears looking for a clear. This is dangerous territory, but finally getting it well away. It's going to bounce off the ramp. Good play laterally. Around that corner, it's Moose. Moose looking for better contact. That challenge is going to send it off the ceiling. Waiting patiently is Ray School.
I believe that's Raza Ghul, Curtis.
Raza, sorry, yep, you're right. I thought I saw a C, not a Z. My bad. Anyway, moving on. Raza Ghul and Moose looking to get this into the Bears territory. This is going to be a turn for Moose into the middle. Raza Ghul puts it towards the net and finds it, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead.
Good unselfish play here from Moose, who recognizes that he's got this ball all the way past the Bears defense as they double commit on the sideboards. Their teammate in line, Raza Ghul, tearing it up on Discord as he puts that one in. Easy lead for the Pirates here, and Moose not showing a lot of the stream nerves that we see when a player's on the stream for the first time.
Yeah, fair enough. It can be a little bit nerve-rattling being on for your first particular game, but again, like you said, not showing any of those at the moment, but the night is young. So be in front, top of the box. Bears get the clear. Minute and 13 seconds gone. The Bears trying to turn it. Moose takes it away. Moose up the corner. Has the aerial play off the nose. Finds the carry. It's off the post. Very close. Still in front. That's up the ramp. The Bears need a clear in the worst way, and it's Ravens Fan who can't do it. Still in front, finally coming across the Scruffy Lobo, getting it away. Still an opportunity for the team in green to get it towards the net, and that's just a constant barrage of shots at the Bears net. But again, can't get it to go as the Pirates really starting to mount an attack.
The Ravens Fan, in the seasons that we've seen him playing in MLDs, kind of had this tendency to not quite have the timing down for a lot of those really quick one-touches off the boards there where you need to time that just right to get contact. We see it a lot so far early on here, kind of just mistiming the play, and it's really hurting the Bears right now because they're under a lot of pressure from the Pirates right now, who just have to sit back, wait for those weak plays or those missed touches, and then put that pressure right back up to 11.
Pirates up 1-0 in this game, have a chance to go up 1-0 in this series, and really have a chance to put a logjam even further into the wildcard standings. Ravens Fan comes across and makes a nice play. Bears trying to clear their back lines. They are struggling to do so. This will be up the sideboards. Bounces in front, taken away. It'll bounce out of the corner. Pirates on the attack once more. Good challenge. Will send it deep again into Bears territory, but the Bears having a really big problem keeping the ball away from their own territory as the Pirates really not relenting the midfield presence.
The one thing Ravens fans have been doing really well, once he gets the ball and has control of it, he's done a great job in getting it around the first defender. The catch is, he needs to get it around the second defender. The problem with that is the first touch usually puts him too far away from the ball to be able to follow up and make that second play.
Tries the pinch, fails to do so. Scruffy puts it deep into Pirates territory. Up the sidewall, he will try to defer. Both Bears rotating back same side as the ball. That's a dangerous proposition. Scruffy gets contact, but it's not great, and it'll be back to the halfway line. Good challenge. Another challenge coming. This is going to be off the back. Pirates on the attack. It's going to be in front, finding the angle, and he scores. It's Razagul making it 2-0.
Scruffy Lobo finds himself without boost to make this play here. You see him trying to drift out, and he's in no man's land with no boost. Really had to hope that Razagul put that right at him. Kind of did. You saw a little bit of a lag touch there as Scruffy tried to block that shot. Doesn't make contact, and the Pirates, with this low-scoring game, this low kind of pressure game, the Bears, that 2-goal lead, very big looming in their mirrors.
Yeah, absolutely. With 1:15 to go, Bears has just not been able to mount anything resembling a consistent attack to this point. This will be a problem for the Bears if they can't clear this, but it will be Moose taking it away for the time. Up towards the top of the box. Big miss. That's a chance in front. Bears, that's played laterally, however. Chance far side, and good job by Ravens fan to get underneath that ball and take it across the face of goal, but they got to try to mount something. The Pirates are reading what the Bears are trying to do, and they're just one step ahead at every single moment in this game, and you do not want to be a Bear right now with the way the Pirates are playing them.
But look at how predictable the Bears are being. Scruffy Lobo bringing that ball out puts it so far away from him that he's never going to win a 50 unless somehow the Pirates player at midfield, it was Razagul in that case, is able to bobble it. They just need to stop panicking right now, keep that ball close, win the 50s, because that's where you get that ball upfield. A lot of players at this level, they're going to commit, and you can see it in the Bears. The Pirates know it. Just win the 50s, get that ball upfield, make people run for the ball.
That's going to be at the goal line. 100% of the effort turns into a 3-0 win, luckily for the Pirates, as they are going to take game number 1. This has been an absolute show that the Pirates have put on an offensive forecheck and just making the Bears miss on a lot of different occasions.
Yeah, the Bears right now, they're really struggling to kind of get some momentum, and it starts with just getting constructive touches on the ball right now. It's tough to harp on them this early on, but the trend that we're starting to see is that they're not getting the ball where they have any hope of a second chance, and that's dangerous because it gives up so much presence on the field.
You can call it right there. No shots on net for the Bears, and you have 9 on the net for the Pirates, and that's because for 4 minutes and 30 seconds of that 5-minute contest, the ball was deep in the Bears' corner. It was rattling around. It was in frame. The Pirates were able to take advantage. Bears had no place in this game. The Pirates just not let them get comfortable.
I don't remember the ball being on the green half of the field for any length of time. I can't even think about it, to be honest. And
yeah,
that tells you so much of what you need to know about that game. The Bears were struggling mightily to get that ball even to the halfway line, to have a hope at relieving some of the pressure. And just up until that point, it was just all Pirates all the time. That was shoreline bombardment onto the Bear Den.
Well, don't look now. The Pirates are now 2 games back of the wild card leading Bears. Can they trim it to 1 game back? We'll see at the end of game 2. But at the moment, we are waiting for a player, I believe, to get in. I believe, yep, there they are. Okay, we are back and ready to go. It's going to be Scruffy on one side. It is going to be Moose on the other side, and we are a go for game number 2. As the Bears will try to mount something early and not let themselves get too far back into their own shell, but then they knock it into the Pirates' end and then immediately turn back. That cannot be something they can continue and attempt to win this game.
No, we talked about it. They're giving up the ball. They give up the space. They let the Pirates dictate how that 50-50 is going to go. I talk about it all the time. Every time that you give up so much room and let the player have the ball, all they're able to do is line up where they want that 50 to go and then win it every single time.
That is going to be one towards the sidewall. Up is going to be Razagul. That should bounce near the near side, but not quite in frame as Scruffy will take it. 45 seconds in. That's going to be a play near side. It's going to be in front, and Scruffy's going to be tasked with getting it away. He will do so, and back the other way come the Bears. Scruffy looking for a pass out into the middle. That's taken away. That's going to be a long shot towards the Bears net, and it's going to be a good one for Moose, making it a 1-0 lead.
Low, slow balls in front of the net. What's a defender going to do? Clear it downtown. Ravens fan tracking that one down so close to the play that he's never going to react in time to that one. Moose just takes a gift given to him by the Bears, makes him pay, and takes the lead.
Minute 1 in. This is going to be a play for Moose. Off the back, looking for an angle. Finds one. Crossbar and down, but can't find the actual goal. Very close. Still a chance in front. That's an empty net. And another big save by the Bears. That is Ravens fan who comes across the face of goal to take that one away. And it remains a 1-0 contest.
The Bears are chasing ghosts right now. They're both lunging in for desperation plays, and it's really tough to watch at the moment because they just can't settle down and try to do the little things right that they can build on to really start to turn this series around.
At the halfway line. Up and over one. Ravens fan into the offensive corner. That'll bounce around to the halfway line. Pinched up against it. Midfield strike. That's a poor piece of contact. Bears trying to take advantage, looking for the contact in towards the net, but can't find it just wide of that left post. With 2 minutes gone, still a 1-0 lead for the Pirates as they work it into the middle. Good takeaway. That's a scruffy play in front. Double touch, finds the barrel roll, but can't find the net again as it remains a 1-0 contest once more.
And then Bears, they finally get a little bit of zone time here on that green end. They get that settling down that they were looking for. The problem is the execution not quite coming together for them. And that comes down to the mechanical consistency that you need to see as you move up the ranks. Once they get that down, they can just start doing the little things right and then get a couple of lucky breaks, I think. They might get some confidence going forward.
I do like what the Bears are doing. They are working it in the offensive zone for a decent length of time, but they can't give up a lot of opportunities like that as they are going to struggle now to try to get the ball away from their end. What I'm seeing, though, is when the Bears did have it, they had boost control of those corner boosts in the Pirates' end. See if they can reestablish it. Up and over the ball is Ravens off the right side panel. Dribble play, puts it a little bit too far out in front of him, taken away. Has the dribble. Back the other way is Razagul, but Moose has to play recovery back in his own end as that's sent back to him from whence it came.
The Bears need to end this tendency for one player to think that the other one's kind of messed up the play and then go in to try and take over for them. Because all that does is double commit them to the same spot and forces it into a really tough situation. It's a big demo. They fight over the ball. They finally get it across the line curves, but look at the panic. They see the opportunity and both of them start to go, I need to get this done.
Yeah, that is two players whose eyes got really, really big and did not really give any mind to where the teammate was, but they do make it happen. They at least tie the game. They will hopefully realize where the issue could have been had there. But it is a 1-1 game. Bears get a big goal to make something of this game too. At the halfway, sent back in. Good long touch from Moose. He's going to wait. Rotating back same side of the ball as Razagul. It may not matter. Moose is up, trying to find it. Good job coming across from Ravens fan, getting that one away. This is going to bounce in frame. Bears struggling, scores! It's Razagul making it a 2-1 lead.
Look at the double commit, though, from the Bears. They're scruffy chasing out, and then it's like, oh, my teammate's in front of me. I need to come away from that one. By the time you come out, you have to go for that ball. Otherwise, let your teammate go there. If you have to give up the space, give up the space. But defend the net, because as long as you're there, the other team has to put a great shot on to beat you.
Pirates trying to shrink another game off that wild card deficit. They are 1 minute away, and a really good defensive effort from doing so. Ravens fan takeaway, and that is nearly going to go in the favor of the Pirates. Ravens fan now will take control and possession. Thought he might have had the first touch, but he did not quite get it. Scruffy off the corner wall. Ravens is circling. That's taken away by Razagul. Razagul trying to put this towards the near side. Good bounce off the back post. Still a chance. Pirates circling. They're going to try to put one in, but it does not quite hit the upper 90. Still a 2-1 deficit as we play with 22 to go. 19. Up the corner wall. It's going to bounce in front. Scruffy. Off it again. Popped into the top of the box. Great little dribble, but he's going to have a problem controlling it, I think, and the Pirates don't care. They're going to win game number 2, and don't look now, they are 1 game off the wild card lead.
It's really tough for the Bears right now because it just does not feel like they're on the same page at the moment as a team. And I talked about it throughout the course of that game. The commits to the same spots, the tendency to try and take away the play from your teammate that hasn't happened the way you're anticipating it in your mind. And just a little thing after little thing. It's death by 1,000 cuts, Curtis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the little things add up, and it's really causing the Bears to struggle as they look at game 3. They could potentially surrender the lead in the wild card race to these Pirates. Should they lose this game, Pirates on the verge of clinching the series against the wild card leading Bears. Bears need to find an answer, and they need to find it sometime in the next 5 minutes. Game 3 about to get going with 5 minutes on the clock, and a huge start for the Bears, absolutely necessary, but a bigger finish is the most crucial because they had the lead for a short time in that game too.
They had it tied up. It was 1-1. Bears did not
was it
score
1-1? Okay.
No, the Pirates scored early.
I thought they scored first.
No, the Pirates scored early. But I should tell you this, though. With that second win, the Pirates now 6 games on the season series. The worst they can do is 6-4. So they will now own the tiebreaker on the Bears. And that's a critical thing because as they win a couple more of this series, that pulls them right back into that wild card spot. And then with the tiebreaker on the Bears can only fight with the Flames or the other teams in that race to try and keep themselves in that playoff picture.
Moose tried to go under the overpass and could not quite get it done. Very close. This will be back to the right post. Chance in front for Moose, and he makes no mistake. It's a 1-0 lead for the Pirates.
And, Ace Pocket in the chat reminding me that Scruffy Lobo actually new to the Bears roster, I think, right at the deadline as he comes in out of the reserve role into the starter. And there's got to be a little bit of unfamiliarity with that team right now. And it sucks for the Bears because, they were in that wild card lead. They had every opportunity. Scruffy just can't get up. A little bit late on the jump there to try and get that goal in. You can see him kind of get underneath that ball.
Oh,
didn't quite
really
have the
well
angle.
Read.
Yeah,
yep,
really well read. But
have the angle, exactly.
I mean, you and I both know how tough it is for these teams to really develop chemistry when there's only 3 weeks left in the season when a player has to come in and take over from somebody who's left for whatever reason.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You can't fake chemistry, especially against a roster who has that chemistry, which at the moment Ravens fan and not Ravens fan, sorry, with that the Razagul and Moose seem to have. You can't fake that. So
but Moose is also new to the Pirates. Moose is also new to the Pirates too. He came in close to the end of the season as well as their former captain Mountain Drew ranked out, not Mike taking over the captaincy. So there's There's just as much instability with both rosters here, but this is just an awkward ball. And this is, again, what I'm talking about. Players not recognizing that a teammate is in position to make the touch, and they run over one another and it dribbles in. It's just the little things that keep adding up. And it's so difficult at this level because the little things are the things that kill you the most when you're playing at the platinum levels. It's just do the fundamentals right, and you'll go a long way.
Some chemistry doesn't necessarily need to be developed over time. Some of it can just be 2 different play styles that are very compatible, though. With that said, you have Ravens fan and Scruffy, who are 2 very similar players. They both have the same mindset going in, which can be the reason why they find themselves in the same spot. On the other side, the Razagul and Moose seem to be on opposite trends, but also very, very compatible, which is why they're working so well together.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that, but the key to that really is Moose's individual skill. We've seen a number of little plays, a little bit of decision-making out of him that really shows that he's able to sit in that role to kind of mop up the pieces and dictate the play when he's got the ball, or be well-positioned when his teammate has the ball or when they don't have the ball to react to the next plays coming in. And it goes a long way towards being that safety valve, that important play style in this league.
more of a barrage at the Bears net. This is going to be sent away by Ravens fan. Up is Scruffy. Scruffy finds the end of that pass, but cannot find the net. Very good play by both of the Pirates to stay in front of it. Good challenge. That's going to set up a possible runner if Moose can get there. Has the angle, has the boost, tries the carry, may not need it. He puts it in. It's off the defender and in. It's a 3-0 lead.
Both players end up out of boost by the time this shot gets taken, but Moose has Ravens fan in such an awkward spot. You can see him trying to line this up and time it. It's a high ball, meaning as Ravens fan runs out of boost trying to get back, he doesn't have anything to get up and reach for that effectively.
It's off of the sidewall. Coming down, a little bit of a waterfall from the sideboards. Ravens fan. The barrel roll, that's another example of two Bears in the same place, and the Pirates are going to take advantage of 4-0 lead, and this is starting to be a runner for the Pirates.
And unfortunately for the Bears, it's just, again, more of the little things that are adding up, and they're just paying for them every single time. And it's so difficult for them to be able to kind of get things together when you know that everything's going wrong. It's so tough to be like, okay, we just need to do this thing better. I think they need to take the full break between this series, be like, you know what, let's go out there, let's take a game, just get the hits we need to, be in positions to support one another. And I don't mean coming in like this, where you see Ravens fan in the corner, Scruffy coming from way across to play that ball. Yeah. Be in a position to support your teammate when they lose the play. Don't try to win the play for them.
At the moment, the comms, I can guarantee you, for the Bears are almost dead silent. And that's kind of the way, the way they're playing. It just kind of spells that.
Yeah, another double commit.
Yep. And that's usually a side effect of the lack of communication, as you see two going back to the same ball in the same spot. A minute to go. 4-0 lead for the Pirates. Bears going to try to get something going here. This is around the corner. It's going to pop top of the box. This will be an opportunity in front. Ravens fan not going to get there. Pirates can turn it. It's going to be a play off the back, finding the angle, and the Bears do get back in time to take that one away with 37 to go.
Again, critically, look at the way that ball gets cleared. Ravens fan comes screaming in on the back check, gets that ball away hard off the backboard, but Scruffy's in a perfect spot to be able to tip that one away and clear it into the corner and then get it upfield in transition. The little things, those decision makings, the panic, all of it adding up to a Bears team that is playing off of pure, unadulterated instinct rather than a calculated, collective, cohesive game plan.
In front, Scruffy with the challenge. One total shot for the Bears. This will be towards the net. It's going to be another one for Moose. Moose has a hat trick. It's a 5-0 lead.
Ravens fan just doesn't get that one clean up the boards. Goes right off that corner. Bounces out. Moose just puts that one straight in off of the bounce. And it's just unfortunate for the Bears right now. They just are not effectively getting that ball cleared upfield. And that's a big thing for them to get one off the kickoff there. A bit of a fake kickoff from the Pirates, and they go straight through it.
Well, if you're gonna get one, might as well get one with 2 seconds left.
Why not?
So, yeah, why not? But that'll put the screws to the Bears wild card lead. The Pirates have come up and taken the top spot in the wild card thanks to the tiebreaker. And don't look now, but they can put some games of distance between them and the Bears, as the Bears are now number 2. Now I believe they're probably out of the wild card
not yet
spot.
Not yet, Curtis. So live update here. Pirates now in first place in the Orange Conference wildcard race. They sit 21 and 22 on tiebreakers. Ahead of the Bears, also at 21 and 22. Every team behind them in that list yet to play this weekend. So a lot of room left for teams to move around. By the end of the weekend, the Bears might be out if this trend continues. But the Pirates now in the driver's seat in that wildcard spot. The division lead, I think, a little bit out of hand here. They can only get to 28 wins. They actually can't get to the division lead. The Rhinos sitting on that with 30 currently. But they can put themselves in a very good spot coming out of this one with 5 wins, be it 23 wins coming into the final week, and just set themselves up to, have to win the minimum amount of games possible to keep them above that playoff line.
Well, don't look now, but the Bears can ill afford a 1-4 or an 0-5. They have to win these next 2 games, in my estimation, for them to not be in a position to need help for the playoffs.
Well, let's just look at who the the Bears have to play in the final week of the season. I'll go to the schedule here. I think everybody got in. No, we didn't.
No, maybe not.
Did we lose Ravens?
Ravens?
Did we lose Ravens? Teams look like they are playing on here, but Ravens fan he actually left them. I think he came in, joined early, and then thought that he missed it, but everybody was in there. So, you know what? No arm, no foul. Nobody taking a quick 2-on-1 shot there. We're still live here in game number 4.
Yep.
Pirates up 3-0 on the series. So, I'll go back to doing some math, Curtis. You go ahead with the play-by-play.
That sounds good to me. Ravens fan going to take this up the corner wall. Bounces it in front. Scruffy's there, but he's a little bit below it. Moose is a little bit above it. And it turns out to be an advantage for the one above it as Moose dribbles through Ravens fan, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead.
Great control from Moose here. Ravens fan trying to get that timed. You can just see him go way past that ball. Just doesn't quite get directly in line with that challenge. Quick check of the schedule. So the Rhinos, current division leaders, they play the Knights later this weekend. They play the Bears in the final week of the season. They're on pace currently. If they can 10-0 the final 2 weeks of the season, they will match the Season 5 Ducks regular season regular season win record at 40-10. Not the all-time, as the Season 4 Ducks had a 43-7 record, but they will match the previous season high of 40 wins. So the Bears, they've got it tough. I would be hard-pressed to imagine them getting a game or 2 or 3 out of that Rhino squad. The Pirates, on the other hand, coming out of this one strong, they play the Knights, who currently sit at the bottom of that Sun division and well out of the playoff race.
Yikes. It is looking bleak for the Bears at this point. But they really needed a strong series and have yet to find it as we play inside Game 4. This will be to the right wing side. Around the corner it goes. Good clear. Gets it past 1. Another one past 2. Scruffy turned inside out. Tries the turn. And not going to happen. Moose nearly had a dribble from his own end go in. It's a 1-0 lead. Remains with 3:10 to go.
Scruffy streaking up Main Street on that one. Trying to get into the play in a position where he can support the pass coming from Ravens fan. The critical problem, he never got boost on the way up. And that limits... Oh, no. I feel so bad for Ravens fan on this one. Did everything right except caught that ball on the left edge of the Dominus GT. That means it's on the inside line towards his net. Unless he can catch up to it, and it's tough because that ball bounces off really hard off of those cars when you do the catch in the wrong spot. But it's going towards his net, and that's really tough to deal with.
They might be able to retaliate, though. Watch out. Angle scores. They're able to find one. Scruffy in the far side. It's a 2-1 lead.
That's a massive goal right now there. Ravens fan doing yeoman's work on that sidewall after the kickoff. Just wins that pass. Scruffy able to freeze Razagul in the net there. Just chips it on the inside of the post there. But they needed that goal. They needed something to get that momentum going forward. Try and get them back into this game. You know what? We can score. Now let's do it again.
Chance for the Bears to possibly tie this one up. As mentioned, they need a really strong game 4 and 5. This will be up and around the corner. Good touch, a little bit of a ceiling play. Bears trying to set something up. Just about a full canister of boost is Moose. Up the side, has one off the nose. Going to try to follow this. Still has half a canister. He's going to try to wait out the contact. Top of the box, and a really good challenge by the Bears. Bears are looking to put something together here. Has one off the hip box towards the net, and it's going to be a nice save from Moose. Now Moose has it along the side. The turn, the run. No, it's not going to work. Good contact off the spoiler from the Bears defense.
That one got into really tough territory for the Bears there. You could just see the lunging in on the challenges there as they tried to make sure they just kept that one away. Again, both of them tracking that ball across the face of their net. They both attempt to clear it. No, Ravens fan caught backwards. Can't time the flip right.
3-1, and that is a big, big goal for the Pirates as they try to take the outright record lead in the wild card races. That's a nice one from the halfway line for Razagul.
But look at how that broke down. I was talking about it right as the play developed. The Bears both committing, coming across that net, and then pulling themselves out of position to try and clear that ball. No one's left there but a backwards Ravens fan.
Oh, and another one for Ravens fan who finds it, gives it back to a 1-goal deficit.
Making up for that double commit there. Scruffy Lobo just putting that ball in a tough spot for Moose. Almost looked like Razagul front flipped kind of through Scruffy Lobos, he came through, but just put himself in an awkward spot to defend that. Ravens fan just had to put it on net. Did really well. Keeps that to a 1-goal deficit.
102 seconds to go. 5 goals between the two teams. This will be a touch that goes off the ceiling. Eventually will come down. Chance in front. It's off the it's off the crossbar, and it's Raza Ghul who puts that one in and gets it back to a 2-goal lead.
Panic for the Bears here as that ball comes in. Scruffy Lobo, you see him start to turn out, and that's a big mistake there. Doesn't line himself up with that ball because he's like, oh, it's going to come off the backboard. Trying to predict that ball a little bit too quickly there. Starts to panic. They all miss the touch. Gets put over their line.
Huge goal again for the Pirates, and the Bears are going to be looking to retaliate again, and it's a shooting gallery inside Beckwith Park, and it's 4-3.
Raza Ghul going for the corner boost here. Doesn't get ready for that killed faceoff. Ravens fan puts it just right at him. Comes off the backboard, trying desperately to hold himself in the air. 0 out, but he doesn't time it right. Goes right past him. Still a 1-goal game, but the seconds are ticking off with each passing goal, and the Bears are no closer to winning it.
Minute 27 to go. 4-3 in favor of the Pirates. Huge demo along the sidewall. This is going to be a touch, and giving it a look He is going to be Raza Ghul. It's off the back. Getting it over the head of Raza Ghul in the clear are the Bears, and it's Ravens fan back the other way. Ravens fan over one. That's going to wrap up the ceiling, or I'm sorry, up the backboards. Touch out top of the box. Chance for Ravens. He's going to fly by the ball. That's a runner the other way. This should be academic from here. 10-5 touchdown for Moose. It's 5-3.
This one breaks down for the Bears. It's a great touch by Ravens fan initially, but Scruffy Lobo starts drifting right towards that ball as it comes off the backboard. You need to give yourself space when that ball comes off the backboard so you can fly up and at it and get that kind of parabolic arc to get that ball, get yourself up, hit the ball, and bring it down. The longer you wait and the closer you drift, the harder it is to get up in time to make the play.
53 to go in Game 4. When the Bears needed but are not in any position to grab, they went into a shootout with the Pirates, and that is not the way to go against this Pirates roster who's been offensively strong all series long. This is off the back. Chance in front. Bears miss the clear, turning it, angling it, trying to rust out. Scruffy is going to be Raza Ghul, but it doesn't do anything. Off the inside of the post, not going to go, and the Bears are able to clear it away again with 20 to go.
Yeah, again, just drifting too close to your play, not giving yourself enough time to convert that shot if it's not in. It's exactly what the Pirates did on that one, but you know what? They're still up 2. As long as that ball's not close to their net and not a threat, don't think they won't care.
This is going to be near side chance. Bears going to try to get one more clear out of it, but that is going to do it. In game number 4, the Pirates have taken the outright record lead in the wild card conference, or the wild card for the Orange Conference, and they oust the Bears from that spot, as the Pirates have gotten back to 500, 22-22, and that is a big achievement against the wildcard leading Bears coming into the series.
The Bears have kind of been a tale of 2 seasons, Curtis. They started out really strong, and they had a couple of rankouts right around the mid-season line, and they kind of went on this at this point it seems unrecoverable slide back down the standings there, but because they didn't get that huge lead through that first half of the season, they were kind of around the 500 mark, but they weren't too much above it, and that's a dangerous place to be when you end up having roster changes mid-season.
Yeah, rankouts are no fun. No doubt about that, because it kind of takes away some roster chemistry, but at the same time, in the Platinum League, that will happen. So it is a thing to prepare for. Pirates in the driver's seat in this series. They can take a 5-0 from the Bears and really put themselves in a good spot getting into Week 10. The Bears, on the other hand, at least need to get one out of this series for basically to save face. Ravens fan and Scruffy, they played a better game number 4, but they were still struggling defensively, and the Pirates exploited that on multiple occasions.
The more they gave up the ball, and we talked about it all the way through the whole series, the more they give up the ball, the more they're taking shots on net, and they just don't have the mechanical consistency to keep that ball away and make the saves that they need to. So what's the key to that, Curtis? Don't lose the ball as often. Just keep it close. I know it's hard to kind of wrap the head around sometimes, especially when you've been playing a long season at this point. You've been playing the same way, but just be a little bit more conservative with your touches. You don't have to front flip into everything, get it upfield, because a lot of the times, players are just waiting for you to put it right back on net.
15 seconds into game number 5. Scoreless at the moment. Pirates trying to change that. That'll go into the Bears' corner. out of that corner. Chance for the Bears to make contact. It'll be Ravens fan the other way. Trying to get the second piece. Can't quite find it. Good touch in a 360 by Scruffy. He's going to send this into the Pirates' end, but it'll be neatly cleared out as Moose gets into it. 43 seconds in. Bears another clear. Just up the sidewall, but again, they're way too quick to just give up possession. They're trying to get it as far away from their goal line as possible, which will work against some teams, but not against these Pirates, who have proven to be aggressive in the offensive zone.
And not a team that's just willing to wait back at the midfield line and pick off that ball when you're not pressuring it on the second phase of the clear-out. You see that one touch upfield, and then there's no blue player that's anywhere close to that ball. So what does it let the Pirates do? Get the boost, come back, and start putting that ball right back up the other way.
Minute 17 in. This is going to be off of the back. Bears trying to get their first strike. They can't do it. That'll be sent back along the halfway line. Trying to turn this is Moose. He has an empty net to work with, and he'll walk it in. It's a 1-0 lead.
The start of that sequence of play tells you all that you need to know. Scruffy Lobo actually hitting Ravens fan along the opposition goal line. So you see him trying to chase back there, but that's because he was so close to that backboard, expecting this really slow play. Recognize when your teammate doesn't have the pass, give them space, and position yourself to make the next play, because it's almost always going to be a clear.
Minute and a half in, 1-0 lead for the Pirates. This will be a good clear coming from Moose. Not quite a power, it might not matter, as it will go just wide of the left post. Moose up again, finds the angle near side, but just wide of the or hitting the post again. Ravens fan in a tough spot, finds a challenge. He's going to go up and try to get a nose on this. He will. That's towards the net. It's off the post, actually. It's in front, and that is Scruffy. You cannot quite slam it home. And the Pirates are going to move back the other way. The carry, and it's in for Razagul. Make it 2-0.
Committed both players, the Bears did, right up along that top of that box. And then you see them try to race back and position themselves defensively. Ravens fan diagonally away from the arc of the ball. Very tough to play that one, but it comes down to not giving yourself enough time and space to come back and set yourself up to make a run at that ball defensively.
Approaching halftime in a 2-0 Pirates lead. Looking to do a 1v2, trying to find the dribble. It goes out to the top of the box. Tried to pass that one. Pirates being a little more passive. They can afford to be at this point. This will go up the back ramp. That pinch is going to send it not in an advantageous spot until that shot far side for Scruffy, and he finds it. It's a 2-1 lead now.
Ravens fan a little unlucky that he couldn't get that dribble to come inside the post there, but he did a great job putting that ball up in a spot that the Pirates weren't able to defend effectively. Scruffy just waits for it to come down, tips it on the octane to that back post as nobody's really there to cover it, and they get that lead cut down to a single goal.
Halftime, it has come and gone. 2:29 left. 2-1 lead. Pirates on the defensive. Bears starting to turn a corner here. This will be up the sidewall. Razagul. Haven't called his name in a little while. Haven't really needed to. Moose has been the offense and the defense. This is going to be in front. He may be able to find it, but a good job above the crossbar from the Bears to get that cleared away. Just over 2 minutes left. 2-1 lead. Good touch up the ramp next to the post. Moose is going to go up in the air, but he'll miss on the opportunity. Moose going to have to play some defense here. He's got to get back. He did grab side boost, and he takes the ball away from an oncoming Bears player who had no boost. That ricochet back down the midfield, right onto the nose of Moose, and it's a 3-1 lead.
But the way the Bears lose that ball, look at where they're placed on the field. Ravens fan with the ball, and the Scruffy Lobo actually going right past him as that play develops, and they lose the 50-50. Let your teammate dribble out. You don't need to rush up field on that one, because if your teammate loses that one, and they're going to, about 50% of the time, that's how a 50-50 works, then you're back to defend.
Jay with the quick maths. Nice. I like it. This will be a chance. Near side. Pirates trying to put this one away with 90 seconds left, but a clear by the Bears will keep the clock ticking as it ticks away on this Week 9 matchup. Around the corner. This will drop in frame, but a good catch by Ravens fan. Will take it away for the time being. In front, big demo in front of the box. That's a touch over the halfway line. 104. Left in game at number 5. Bears very close to the open net. Scruffy can't quite get to it. Really interesting flips by Moose as he tries to take control of the ball and his car. He finally finds it. Tries to drop onto it drop it in front for his teammate, but Razagul not able to get there. 43 left on the clock. The dribble around 1. Scruffy takes it away, and eventually the Pirates just send it back in. That's been a microcosm of the Bears' entire evening. They are just having struggles again, getting it past the halfway line for any length of time.
A lot of that just comes down to what they're doing with the ball. They put it so far in front of themselves that the Pirates have no recourse but to position themselves in a way that they can clear it effectively. And then the Bears compound that problem by committing heavily at the midfield line, and that's an unfortunate pinch from Ravens fan. Eliminates any chance they have at keeping pressure up.
8 seconds left, and the Bears are going to drop an 0-5 and also the wild card lead as the Pirates make an absolute statement in the Orange Conference, and they muddle things up in that log jam underneath that standings line. Huge series from the Pirates. Razagul and Moose should be very proud of the work they've done, and the Bears need to recollect themselves for a Week 10 matchup against a very, very good team in the Ducks.
The Rhinos, Curtis. The
Rhinos,
Bears play
sorry.
the Rhinos. Yes.
You're right. Why was I thinking Ducks? Either way,
They're not even in the same conference. They're not even in the same conference. Curtis isn't reading things correctly. But you know what? It's fine. We're all right. So, live look at the standings now. The Bears fall to 21 and 24. That puts them tentatively in the second wildcard spot, but with many teams to play behind them along the way. The Pirates pulled themselves up to 23 and 22. They currently sit in the first wildcard spot, but remember, every team remaining in that wildcard chase still yet to play this weekend, most of them going down on Sunday, so you want to be in the chat for Sunday's matches because we're going to have a lot of looks at the out-of-town scoreboard. A lot of this stuff is going to be shifting around, and a lot of tension still left with a week left to play here in the Platinum League.
Sorry, Django mentioned that my webcam is back, so I had to wave to him. It happens. Anyway, yes, that is going to be it's going to be a crazy rest of the weekend, as the playoffs are only going to get tighter from here until the last ball drops and at the end of week 10. But we are done with matters for this Freestyle Friday, as we've got 2 more days of week 9 coming your way for both the Champion and the Plat League. We are a couple of news and notes going forward. One, if you guys saw something, and I'm sure you did tonight, because there's been a couple of amazing series that you want to see nominated for the MLD Play of the Week, grab it, clip it, tag it with the hashtag MLDPOTW, send it to the ML Doubles Twitter account. Winning play, as voted on by you, is going to get a free case of Balls Corona sent to their door completely free of charge. Aside from that, you guys can actually get a case of Balls Corona shipped to you with free shipping using code MLD at balls, that's BAWLS.com. Huge shout out to them, and also to Arctic for their help with MLD this season. Had a couple of giveaways from them already in this season 6. They head over there to arctic.ac for your computer cooling needs, as well as different accessories. They do stuff besides just cooling parts. So head over to give them a look. And other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow night at 9 Eastern. That's 6 Pacific time for those of you who like to live in the past, for Prime Time Saturday. More matches with playoff implications coming up. Until then, it's for an Image A. I am Curtis on the MLD Network. Stay tuned for the host. We'll see you guys tomorrow night at 9 Eastern sharp.
I'm running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for